Like, you're broke and you're really? That just happened? It's your girl Z, and I'm back at it again with another video. Yes, ma'am. In this video, we're going to get into the story time, how I got played by a broke underage bum. Okay, before you watch this video, if you got broke nigga PTSD, proceed with caution, okay? Yeah, we're gonna get into this video. How I got played by a broke bum, a fine broke bum at that. So before you get into the video, I just want to say make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because we moving over here, period. I remember I was like a senior in high school around this time, like 18, and the underage bum was 17. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a predo. You know, it's short for predator. I feel like a predo messing with this boy because I'm an old soul. You know when somebody just not for you and they childish, but you know you being a nice person and you know not listening to your intuition, you try to give them a chance. Let's get into the story time. I was a senior in high school, November, I think around that time. I don't know, it was the beginning of the school year. I remember like I was so pretty. I was just minding my business, doing my pretty girl bounce, right? So tell me why I had this class. It was a drama class or something like that, or a science class, I'm not sure, but I remember it was the last period that I had in school. I just remember like it was always people sneaking in that class pretending it was that class because that it was their class. Because we had a teacher, like she was an acting teacher, as in like she was our teacher, but our real teacher ended up being sick and not being able to teach us that year. So that was just like basically a free period, like period. And that period, girl, I'll be cursing, I'll be turning up my friends, bro. We'll be listening to Lou Fo. You feel me? Like we'll really be chopping it up and talking. Like it was a bop for me, like. So tell me why one particular day this boy, he was new to the school too. I did not know him, never seen him before. My school, it's a big school, like a huge school, like it's like a whole block. It's like a student population was like a 800 at the time, 800, 700 students. It was like, it was big in case of students, but you would kind of know who's there. So I knew he was new. So boom, I'm minding my business, talking to my friend Haleen, aka Cheese. I call him Cheese. And we was just chopping it up. You feel me? That was my boy. That's still my boy to this day. So we talking, chopping it up, right? Tell me why the new boy. By the way, before I say his name, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm actually gonna give him a name. His real name is after a liquor, but we're gonna call him 1942. But that's not his real name. 1942 sitting next to me. I never knew he was sitting next to me. I'm minding my business, and actually that day I think I was buzzed. I think I had a early smoke session before school or something like that. I don't know. I remember me being buzzed and I was looking on a lollipop. Typical. I feel like that LL Cool J song, baby. Typical, right? I remember looking on a lollipop. We was just chopping it up, me and my homeboy, and we was talking. I think he was listening or something like that, and then he jumped in our conversation, and he was like, and I'm like, boy, you know, he said something spicy. I can't remember what. But, you know, he just wanted to start a conversation with me. He was fiending. I could tell when somebody on that. I don't know. He peeked me. He probably thought I was a nice little dime piece. You feel me? I mean, how could he not, though? Like, I'm beautiful. He peeped me, and that's when he tried to jump in my conversation. I think he knew my friend already. I think he knew Cheese. So 1942 jumped in the conversation. He, I'm like, boy, da 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 da. You know how girls be like, boy, you feel me? I was on that type of time, right? Jumps in the conversation. So Haleen, my friend Cheese, he starts talking, and it's just me and him conversing. So me and 1942 conversing, we going back and forth, we talking, and it's like some little cute, you know, high school kids flirt. I ain't gonna lie, 1942 was, I'm talking like, he my type. Like, I love me a tall, dark-skinned chocolate man with a nice lineup. He had dreads. I don't know what the hell he had going on in his head, but he had something going on in his head. He was so fine to me. And did I forget to mention that? He was fine. Yeah, he was real fine. Start conversing, and I'm like, shorty not really into me like that. I don't know, like, I knew he liked me, but I didn't want to believe that he liked me, okay? Like, I knew he thought I was pretty because, thinking somebody's beautiful and asking them for their number and whatever is two different things. So I'm like, yeah, this nigga probably think I'm a dime, but it's nothing serious, you feel me? It's like, you feel me? We just chopping it up. He gets to chopping it up some more. At the end of the period, he like, let me get your number. No, he didn't see. He's a bum. He asked me for his Facebook because his phone was off.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better.
Baby. So I'm like, I don't really got no Facebook, but you can hit me on Messenger though. And he like, I bet. He took my Facebook and then he walked me to my locker. He had his arm around me too, like, but you feel me? Now looking at it, it's like, ew. Back then I was OD gas, baby. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, period. It's whatever. You feel me? Like,
and
period. I was like, yes, man, he on my body, period. So boom, we started texting, right? We started conversing. It was just like small talk. It was nothing serious. And mind you, at the time I was dealing with a whole nother nigga. But we ain't gonna talk about him. But that's another story for another day. We talking, chopping it up. One time I was going to school one day. In high school, you could ask my moms, my brothers, friends. Like, I was the late queen, baby. The show don't start till I get there. I was stuck in school sometimes. My school started at 9, right? Sometimes I come to school at 11. Sometimes I come to school at third period late. And third period late, that's when they call your parents and tell them, like, I came late. So I will always make sure I get in second period at least. Ooh, it was very rare that I showed up when school started, baby. I was mad late to school, and he was a typical hood nigga.
A little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, a little bit hood.
He texted me. He was like, yeah, you on your way to school? Like, we would text in the morning up into the night. Like, I hit him whenever I hit him. He texted me. He was like, you on your way to school? I just got kicked out by Sims, da-da-da-da. And Sims is a security guard at my school. Let me tell you something about Sims. Sims don't play, baby. Basically, he was like, he got into it with Sims. He cussed Sims out. Told Sims that he was not going to do in-school suspension. And if y'all don't know what in-school suspension is, it's when you sit there in the basement of the school with the security guard and you watch him watch movies on his computer. I remember he texted me. He was like, I got sent home. But nah, check it out though. And when a Chicago nigga say check it out, you either gonna get your ass beat. He either trying to okay, but trying to oh, he's trying to get your number and holler at you. So he had my line. He's talking about check it out. So I'm like, check it out. I don't know. So he like, check it out. Like, I at my grandma's house, and his grandma's house was right behind the school. It was this really nice senior citizen home behind the school. I'm so late to school all the time. When he texted me this, I was at McDonald's, and McDonald's is up the street from my school. I'm at McDonald's ordering me breakfast. Mind you, I'm late, bro. Like, school already started. Second going to third period late, like that. If I go to school, they gonna call my moms. And my mom's already got on my ass about being late. So, do I go to school or do I go see my boo? I'm gonna go see my boo. Period. So I text 1942 back like, yo, come get me. I'm by da-da-da-da. I'm by McDonald's. He come get me, baby. When he come get me, I'm like, you so fine. When I saw him, I'm like, it's lit.
It's lit.
I'm like, it's lit, period. My man came to come get me. He come get me from Mickey D's, right? He was like, you might as well not, like a bad influence ass nigga. He like, you might as well not even go to school at this point because he convinced me. He definitely convinced me, but it worked. If he was ugly, it wouldn't have worked, but it worked. But I don't like how he was acting broke. Like, he told me to order him a McMuffin, and when I get there, he don't even pay me back. So that's strike one. Like, cause you like a big and ass broke ass nigga. Could you give me a McMuffin? Nigga did not pay me back, but I'm not petty like that. So I'm like, cool. We walk into his grandma's house. And tell me why the police stop us. Bruh. Police stops us, bro. Police stops us. And I'm like, But then again, I remember that I'm 18. 1942 on the side, he's not 18 yet. Hence why I say underage. I feel like a predator. I wouldn't even date a dude that's like under 18, like, and I'm 21, like, but I was 18 and he was 17. But here's the thing about 1942, y'all. I forgot to mention 1942 is turning 18 January, and at the time I think it was like November. So yeah, he was gonna be my age, but really he a junior and I'm a senior, and he's gonna turn 18 as a junior because he got held back when he was in 3rd grade, because you know 3rd grade slipped a lot of niggas up. That's just the truth. 3rd grade was really bad for a lot of people. Police stop us. I'm like freaking out, but then again, I'm 18, but you know, I'm used to, you know, being underage. Police like, why y'all not in school? Da da da. I pull out my ID, right? He look at it. He like, yo, you 18, you good to go. He knew that 1942 was underage. 1942 was 17. So he's like, look, 1942 basically told him like, I got kicked out of school. And the police like, that's cool, but you need to go home or go somewhere. He said the police takes 1942 away from me, and mind you, 1942 got my McDonald's and my bag because he was holding my bag like the gentleman he was. I will give it to him. He's a bum, but 1942 was a gentleman. I will give him that. Police takes 1942 away from me. I'm there like, okay, I don't know where his grandmother house at. Like, I know it's behind the school, but I don't know, it's mad apartment buildings behind the school. So I'm like, he got the weed and he has my food and my book bag. So I'm like, he went half on the weed, I went half on the weed. I remember blowing his phone up. I was blowing his phone up because I'm like, yo, you gotta come get me. You gotta come get me. I don't know where I'm going. And mind you, it's construction. And I'm on the phone like, you gotta come get me. Da 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 da. Basically, the police got him, took him to his grandmother's house. He called me. And mind you, I was getting a little nervous. I thought he ran off on the weed. I thought he ran off on me with the weed and stuff because he wasn't picking up my first 2 calls. So I'm like,
ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
So I'm like, why he not picking up my calls? That irritated me. And then he finally called me. He like, yo, this police was on dirt with me, da 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 da. You know how Chicago niggas be. He like, this police was on dirt with me, da 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 da. But come to my grandma's house though, I'ma guide you, walk back here, da 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 da. So I pull up. Tell me why the police officer was watching him. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a thought. Overage thought. They had no business messing with that little boy. So, boom, the police sitting there waiting, like, and the police was petty. I just feel like the police was petty because if that was the case, he could have gave me and him a ride. But I think the police knew what type of time we were on. Put it like that. Well, I guess that's why he didn't want to give me no ride. Cause I'm like, police drove him to his house. He knew we was together. Get to his house, right? He opened the door for me, take my bag. I got Mickey D's. I got my nigga next to me. I got 1942 next to me. So I'm like, we just gonna kick it, chill out. I wasn't on that type of time. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, like, no ma'am. No, I was not on that type of time, honey. He introduced me to his grandmother. His grandmother was gassing my head up like OD. Like, this was gassing me up. But then again, like, I'm really pretty. Why wouldn't she? Grandma was gassing me up, baby. Period. I was like, don't play with her. She is not one of them. And I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. Like, amazing. Like, thank you. Like, his grandma was mad cool. We in the living room chilling, watching TV, right? Girl, tell me why I'm sitting there, right? Mind you, like, went to go smoke. We was in the hallway. We was smoking. Strike 2, when we was in the hallway, we were smoking. Everything was cool. It's when he started to rap. He started to rap. That's how I knew he was a goofy ass nigga. Strike 2. Rap. And I ain't gonna lie, I told the nigga his rap was good because I liked them. You feel me? I want to smash. I lied because I had to get to the goal, period. I had to lie. I told the nigga his raps was good. I told the nigga his raps was good. You would do what I had to do, okay? I was an employee, okay? And you would do what I had to do for a check. I lied to the nigga, told the nigga his raps was fire. Like, you know how you laugh at a nigga jokes when you want to smash?
Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was going to get employee of the month. And that's on period.
Yo, we come back in the house, we chilling, we talking, we conversing. The day just going by. I'm supposed to be at school. We watching his little cousin. But I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just like, I know damn well my period ain't just start, baby. I'm sitting there like, but why is it so wet down there, okay? Oh, let me go to the bathroom. I get up, go to the bathroom. Whew. I'm like, it ain't my period. I'm like, whew, thank God. It was that gushy. I don't know why I was turned on. I don't know why I was turned on. But if you would see this nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm gassing him up. We chopping it up. Cool. I go home. The next day, he found some way to convince me again not to go to school. But the next day, I think things got worse. That's when I started not to like him. I ain't gonna lie. I low-key did like him. After that day we spent together, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm so mad that I have to tell the second day. Second day I get there, right? I think we planned that we was gonna hang out. I think he wanted to do it again, but this time at his house. I get to his house, he meet me at the corner store, we walking, and like, I don't even like niggas walking in front of me. You supposed to be walking side by side of me, so that was a strike. We had to go to the corner store to buy the blacks, the cigalo, relos, whatever you want to call it. I was really in a dark place at that time because I don't even smoke backwoods or blacks anymore. 99-cent pack, I had to pay for it. I had to pay for the weed. I was the breadwinner. So I paid for everything. That was another strike. It's his crib. It's cool. It's a nice house. I would give him that. He had a really nice apartment. I take off my shoes, not my clothes. I take off my shoes, right? I'm getting comfortable. I don't even want to say it, baby. I don't even want to say it, but the nigga feet stank. The nigga feet stank. I don't know if it was his feet or his shoes. Because when we was in the bed, I didn't smell it. But I don't know, like, something transpired when he was taking off his shoes. Really at a low point in life. I don't feel no type of way telling stories like this because the past is the past, bro. Like, I mean, if I would deal with a nigga that feet stink now, like, I was a baby. I was 18. I didn't know no better. But I knew everything at 18. Still don't. I do know that I'm a better woman than I was at 18 versus 21. I know that's damn for sure. Oh, the nigga feet stink pretty much. We get in the bed, we chilling, chopping it up. He rolling up my weed that I bought. I bought the weed. The first day he went half on me. The second day I bought it. I bought everything because the nigga was broke. I'm eating my snacks that I bought. We chopping it up. And I just, in that moment, I just realized, like, what am I doing here? Like, he's not smart. And what I mean by smart, like, he have no emotional intelligence. He's very, like, very surface. He a goofy, but I ain't telling that. It's like I already was getting slightly irritated by things that were taking place before that, prior to that. Like, I feel like he went from a gentleman to a cornball. Where was the nigga that I had yesterday? On his fire stick, we watching movies and stuff. Like, well, not movies, but like he telling me like whatever you want to watch, put it on. Yeah, we chopping it up. All I know is I remember him, like, we were play fighting. That's how it started. You know, play fighting never really be play fighting when a nigga cute. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Play fighting do not be play fighting when a nigga's cute. All of that play fighting shit, I'm gonna beat you up. All of that goes out the window. We play fighting, right? And I remember he kissed me. And after he kissed me, baby, it was lights out. It was, show us your dick. Should I give him some pom pom? Am I gonna give him some pom pom? Should I not give him some? I'm like that in my head, but then again, I'm like, I like his lips. He's cute. Remember, I slightly got irritated because I'm like, okay, you kissing on me, you doing all of this. Where's foreplay? Like, you don't just, you feel me? That's how you know he's a little boy. Like, we doing whatever we doing, right? And tell me why all of us kissing and like touching on each other, he pulls it out. Baby, when I say he pull it out and stuff was small, baby, it's not even about no. It's like, you know them Vienna sausages that come in a can? Like, that's how small it was. Like, I felt like the man had a coochie at this point. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
Is this bitch serious?
nigga had a coochie. And I thought, you bamboozled me. That's how I felt. I felt like he bamboozled me. And immediately, I couldn't get wet. I couldn't turn on Aquafina mode. When I saw the Vienna sausage, it was enough for me. I instantly finagled my way out of that because I'm not gonna smash no Vienna sausage. So it's enough for me. Like,
really, nigga?
just like, this nigga really got me effed up. Like, why would you play with me like that? I was so shocked. I felt like a Disney Channel character when they find out that they were being betted on. Like, find out that they were just a pawn. Like,
This is so humiliating!
that man had the nerve to ask me for some neck. I'm not gay, sir. I don't eat cat. Like, it's giving very much coochie tease. And I'm like, you're asking me? But I remember the way I responded to it. And I tried to laugh it off. I was like, I'm not your bitch. Like, I'm not your bitch. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not your bitch. And he was like, but you can be. But you can be. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not your bitch. And I'm not. I remember calling myself like that. I didn't know no better at the time. I was like, I'm not your bitch. Like, no. Like, I'm not doing that. It's okay. I'm not going to sign up to be your girlfriend by giving you the elite spits. Like, that's not going to happen. If you want to wife me, you would have wifed me. Not because I'm giving you elite spits. I remember him begging and me just not giving into it because I was just like, I'm not going down in history books like that. Like, one thing about me, you cannot peer pressure me. If I don't want to do something, I ain't gonna do it, okay? If I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it, so you're not gonna peer pressure me. So boom, that was over with. I remember him being low-key tight. Like, I remember him being low-key mad. He was low-key salty. Like, I'm not finna put my mouth on no coochie. Especially not for you. You're not that special to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked him, but I wasn't in love. So let's make that very clear. Then he laid down. We laid back down. I put my clothes back on. Well, not my clothes, but I put my leggings back on. Like, when I say no type of foreplay, I mean no type of foreplay. Like, this nigga had no type of game. Like, why is my shirt still on? Like, but anyways, that's how I know, like, he was a little boy. He was laying in my lap afterwards, trying to be all like that. You feel me? And it wasn't like that. Like, and he wanted me to play in his hair. He was like, twist my hair. He asked me to, and I was just playing in it. You feel me? Playing along, baby, until 3:45 came along. That's the time we get out of school, child. I was like, ooh, when school is out and it's time for me to go home, when I say I'm going to run like Forrest Gump out his house, I'm going to run like Forrest Gump out that nigga house. So, playing in his hair, and I'm just sitting there like just turned off. I was so turned off. It didn't make no sense. I was so turned off. So I'm playing in his hair. And tell me why. I see a text message on his phone, and he hurried up and swiped it up. And then it was another text message from Facebook Messenger. Not no text message, but you know what I mean. Another one. And I see a female name. He swiped it up. And I'm just like, you're pathetic. We're not even together yet. And you doing all of that. Like, it's cool. Trust me. After I seen it, I don't want it. Trust and believe, baby. She can have fun with that Beyonce sausage. I'm cool on you, bucko. So he got swiped and ended up. And we were just talking, you know, again, chopping it up. I think he fell asleep on my chest or something like that. We took a nap together. And then after that, I think when I woke up, it was time for me to go home, but I didn't go home because it was time for school to let out, but I had to go to work, so because I had a job and I was making money. It's like you liked me, but you were weird. Like, you feel me? I'm go by. It's time for me to leave. He walked me downstairs, told me to text him, or he told me he's gonna text me or something like that. Baby, that just happened. I was turned off when I left his house. I was so turned off when I left that nigga house. It didn't make no sense. I remember walking to the bus stop and I was just like, like, you're broke and your penis little? Really? I just remember being disappointed. I was like, this is the person who I like. But like, when I'm about to do something with you, you feel me? I'm gonna catch a little bit of feels. Like, I'm a Pisces. I'm a very emotional woman. I remember having a little bit of feels for him. The thing that made me feel like I got played is when he posted on his Snapchat story on Facebook Messenger. Someone told me to check it. I didn't even text him. I was at work too. No, I was on my way to work. And I checked his Facebook Messenger story and he was like, I think I finally found the one. I think he tagged this girl name. And I was like, my heart. My heart was gone. My heart was gone, okay? My little 18 teenage-year-old heart was gone because really, I spent all this money on you. Even though it wasn't a lot of money, I'm low-key over-exaggerating. But my feelings was hurt at the time. Overextending myself to you. You're a goofy on top of that. And then you got the nerves to try to use me. And you had this bitch. And you had a whole nother girl on the side. Like, you had a, like, this how niggas would be. Niggas would mess around with girls, but they'll have that one girl that they like. She probably not accessible to him. I just felt like played. Like, what if I really did let you smash? That's why you gotta kind of feel these men out before you do things with them. Because if I would have did that, I would have really felt played, and I would have really felt hurt. For real. Like, I'm glad I didn't smash Mr. Vienna Sausage, aka 1942. I'm just happy that I didn't give him none. I'm so happy that I didn't give him none. But low-key, I would have felt mad if I gave my pom-pom to a cornball. Like, I would have been mad at myself. So either way, I'm so happy that I did not smash him. So happy I finessed my way out. He appeared as a really nice person at first, like a perfect gentleman. Like, low-key at the time, even if you didn't have no money, I wouldn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still would have rocked with you, but like, low-key, rejection is protection. Like, God be protecting you from certain things, because like, mentally he was not even on my level. But when you know better, you do better, and you leave broke bum niggas like 1942 in the dust. Like, I had to deal with him and see him at school after this. This is not no hookup that you go y'all separate ways. I saw him at school the next day, and I was just ducking and dodging him for a couple of days, and then I finally saw him, and it was awkward. I literally went the other way when I saw this man. Like, he was the boogeyman or something. Nigga, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you, bruh. It was very awkward for me. Like, I don't want to see you, bruh. We went our separate ways. I would see him around the school, but never spoke to him. He would try to come to me and speak to me, but I kind of like, yeah, okay, and brush it off and go my separate ways. But never let nobody play you. Never let nobody use you as an object. Never overextend yourself. If the energy is not matching 50-50, walk away. Please. This concludes my story time about a broke underage bum played me. Zay, your favorite female character, is out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, watch my other videos, and yeah, stay tuned.
Bad bitches to the front, please. Bad bitches to the front, please.